In two previous videos, we looked at how bad writers create boring villains by just making them evil for evil's sake. But what happens when a dramatist takes the most despicable characters imaginable, KKK murderers, and somehow makes them human without excusing their actions? Today we're diving into Alan Parker's Mississippi Burning and how it pulls off one of the most difficult tricks in storytelling. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're a fan of the performing arts that is new here, please consider liking this video, subscribing to my channel, and hitting that notification bell so you don't miss any future content, analyzing great theatrical works, and sharing some of my own. I recently rewatched Mississippi Burning after hearing about Gene Hackman's passing, and I was struck by something that connects perfectly to this ongoing discussion about writing good villains. This film, in the most subtle way, does something most writers are terrified to even attempt. It humanizes a monster. Now, as a quick recap for those catching up, my earlier videos discussed first why I couldn't get into the Nurse Ratched series because the writers created a boring, evil for evil's sake character. And then I looked at Shakespeare's most uncharacteristically poorly written villain, whom he failed to humanize the way he humanized characters like Iago, or the way One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest humanized Nurse Ratched, unlike the writers for the recent series. But in Alan Parker's film, it's not the writer, but the director, with the help of the actor, the cinematographer, and the editor, that shows a way to humanize a villain. Mississippi Burning is loosely based on the 1964 murders of 3 civil rights workers in Mississippi, and the film does an excellent job portraying what absolutely disgusting characters are part of the group of Klansmen that cooperated with Deputy Pell in committing and covering up the murders. They never ask us to like them. They never excuse their actions, but they make them recognizably human. Even the character played by Michael Rooker, an actor who is typically typecast as killers and other truly disgusting individuals. And here it's no different, as he is probably the most disgusting of the whole group.
You'd kill Frank? I wouldn't give it no more thought than wringing a cat's neck. And there ain't a court in Mississippi that'd convict me for it.
But the key moment comes when Deputy Pell is brutally beating his wife after she's talked to the FBI. It's a horrific scene, but watch what Parker does. He cuts to a close-up of Rooker's character watching this happen, and we see something unexpected happen. This man, who has committed unspeakable acts of violence, who seems to enjoy cruelty, can't bear to watch. There is genuine discomfort, maybe even disgust on his face. This is brilliant acting, directing, and editing. It doesn't redeem him. It doesn't excuse anything he's done. But it shows us that even monsters have lines they won't cross, contradictions in their moral universe. It's illogical and seemingly hypocritical, but utterly human. Now, if you're on my channel because your main love, like mine, is not film, but live theater, you'll know that this wouldn't work on stage, where even the best director cannot direct the audience's attention through editing and close-ups. And that attention is bound to be focused on the act of violence that's occurring on stage, not at some minor character's reaction to that violence. But the same principle applies to us when it's our job to do the humanizing process through our writing. Think about the great theatrical villains. Iago believes he's been wronged. Lady Macbeth thinks she's helping her husband achieve his destiny. Even Richard III has a twisted charisma and clear objectives, and like Iago, he appeals directly to the audience for sympathy in attempting to justify his evil. So remember, the lazy approach is to make your villain evil just because the plot needs a contrived conflict. The masterful approach is to make them evil because of who they are as complex, contradictory human beings. So what do you think? I'd love to hear from other writers and actors in the comments. Have you struggled with writing or performing complex antagonists? What other films or plays do you think nail this balance between humanizing and condemning? Let me know. Until then, keep writing, keep creating, and remember, even your villains are human beings. Make them act like it.